when you're the largest wargaming convention in the world,
Yeah.
there is a demand to come here as this is a life goal. So our streamers actually came from the Netherlands, and they're like, yeah, we just want to come to AdeptiCon. We never have been, and want to go.
What if a game could help you find your voice, your courage, your people? Roll Dogs explores how tabletop games like Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering are helping shy and introverted people build real, lasting friendships. We're exploring the stories behind the dice, how imaginary worlds create real-life connections and motivations. Join us as we make this film, meet the players, and discover how a game can change a life. Your party's waiting, so let's roll the dice.
All right, guys, we're here at AdeptiCon with Paul. And what is your title exactly here?
So I manage all the Age of Sigmar events. So I basically just stand up front, and everybody else does the hard work, and I look pretty.
Everyone reports to you.
Yeah.
And how long have you been a part of all this? How many years ago?
15, 16 years ago, I started coming to AdeptiCon and helping out, so it's been a while.
And we heard this is the second time they've been at this venue.
That's correct.
Do you think it's still a good change?
100%. Yeah, in Schaumburg, we were kind of in the middle of nowhere. It had its benefits. Nobody kind of went anywhere because there wasn't anywhere to go. You needed a car to get anything. So everybody kind of stayed in the same place, but that meant if you couldn't get a room there, which we were running out for the last 3 or 4 years, then you weren't a part of Adepticon because you went to a different hotel and you hung out with different people. And so it is different here where there's a bunch of different hotels that are all connected, but it's a much better actual experience because you don't all pile into the same restaurant for breakfast. You don't all pile into the same restaurant for dinner. And there's just so many better options. So one of our friends from Australia came last year, and he went and saw a WWE show across the street. You don't get that in suburban Chicago.
Well, he probably doesn't get that in Australia either.
He doesn't either. And Mexican food. He loves Mexican food. He tried to bribe one of the players to come back and open a restaurant in Australia. So,
shit, I know how to cook Mexican food. What's his name? I'll go. If it gets me to Australia. So with these tournaments, how many a year are you helping organize?
So this is my primary responsibility, and this is kind of what I do. So in my day-to-day, I'm actually a stay-at-home dad. But I've been helping in the community and around Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Fantasy Battles before that for about 15, 20 years. So it's a lot of just knowing all the different people and knowing who to talk to and all that kind of stuff. So
you'd probably be the perfect person to set this difference apart. What is the major separation between the 40K side and the Age of Sigmar?
Well, I think a lot of it just comes down to 40K is obviously the bigger and more popular system. And so it's awesome because it has this incredible draw and incredible spectacle about it. But for Age of Sigmar, I think it's just because there's a lot more interesting, in my opinion, miniatures. There's a lot more variety, play styles and stuff like that. It attracts just a different individual, but we're still all engaging and enjoying and playing toy soldiers. And for us, it's a little bit more informal. We still run the events as tight as we can, follow the rules, all that kind of stuff. But the same people. In 40K, you could have a different 300 people show up every year, and with registration, you're going to sell out immediately. So you might not see your friends that you saw last year or the year before. You might go 5 or 6 years and not see them, even if you're playing the same game.
Yeah.
Right? So it creates just a completely different experience. So for Age of Sigmar, it's just we know everybody, and we've been seeing them for years. And
you built that more niche community.
Yeah. Well, and there's other events as well going along around the year, and so it's more of a focused community as opposed to, when you're the largest wargaming convention in the world, there is a demand to come here as this is a life goal. So our streamers actually came from the Netherlands, and they're like, yeah, we just want to come to AdeptiCon. We never have been, and want to go. But for 40K, because of, it's a massive convention, you have to wait in line to register and all that kind of stuff. You could be sitting there and be like, all right, we're going to do a team tournament with these 3 guys. Oh, my 4th guy didn't make it. Now what do we do? Right? There is all of this. You have to make sure that everything works. And so for Age of Sigmar, we have the luxury of being able to accommodate that a little bit better, which is awesome.
So, do you? I know you obviously play as well. What's your favorite faction to play the game with?
Oh, Spider Goblins, and it's Gloomspite Gitz. But I've always been obsessed with spiders. I made a pilgrimage to Warhammer World and bought my first spiders for the Spider Army, so that's going to always be my favorite.
And do they have like a favorite type of weaponry or a favorite technique that you like using in battle?
Well, they have poison, which is great because on a 6 you get a mortal wound, and then you bypass all the armor saves, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's also a big stompy monsters with 8 legs. It's pretty fun. So.
Okay, I got 2 quick ones for you. Who do you think, if you had to kind of put your money on it, might win the war in the galaxy over time?
Oh, you mean like in 40K?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, the Tyranids are the obvious answer. They're going to evolve to the point where nobody else can fight them. It'd be cool if it wasn't. It's pretty dark and pessimistic, but I think that's the honest answer.
And last one, we know Henry Cavill's picking up the cinematic universe, that side of Warhammer. Do you think he's going to do the fans justice and carry the torch well?
I mean, he's a fan. He plays, he games, right? Everything, especially when you're organizing tournaments, all this kind of stuff, you do the best that you can, and you hope that everybody else loves it. And when you hit the right balance, it's fantastic, right? So, and I think he's going to try and do that to the best of his ability. So people are going to say it's terrible, people are going to say it's fantastic, but, all you can really do is be true to what you think it should be. And if you got good guidance, then hopefully everything works out. So I think it'll be great.
Well, sweet. Thank you so much, Paul. Best of luck with the rest of the event.
Thank you.